start saying toward the one together. Toward the one. Toward the one. Toward the one. Now remember, we're all part of this living story. So it looks maybe like there's a storyteller here, but here's a storyteller, and here's a storyteller, and here. So we're all, and that's the invitation, is to really call forth. Let's try that again from that perspective. Here we go. Toward the one. Toward the one. Toward the one. Toward the one. Okay. Now, in certain Buddhist practices, for example, at the end of it, you might be reciting hum, and you go hum 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 hum. But that's not necessarily in unison. Everyone could be doing that. So let's try that now. Hum 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 hum. And then in gratitude, if we were reciting Ya Shakur, that could be very personal. It's said about Ya Shakur that this is the way that the divine can know gratitude, because it is all that is. It doesn't know the lack of that. And so that it's through our expression and experience, our individual experience of what we're grateful for, that is how the oneness knows gratitude and appreciation. So if we're saying Ya Shakur to the drumming, it wouldn't necessarily be in unison. It would be very personal to you. So let's try that. Here we go. Ya Shakur. Great. So throughout the story, I'll endeavor to give you a sense of which one of those expressions you might want to use. You all remember that time, don't you? You all remember that time, don't you?
Yeah. A little more voice, less drum. That was perfect. We needed the microphone to keep it.
Okay, can you hear the voice now?
Let's see.
Can you hear the voice now? Oh, it's picking up the drum too.
Yeah.
The drum's getting
The drums.
The resonant frequency.
The deep bass is it's robbing the sweetness of the live drum. We just want to hear the intro again, though. It's so great.
Okay, now can you hear the voice? You still need more voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Once upon a time, before there were electronics. You all remember that time, don't you? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't you long for those days sometime? Oh, yeah. There was a group of beloveds. And these beloveds were very refined from the inside out. And in a world of coarse vibrations, they were sometimes very lonely. They were lonely because they wanted to connect heart to heart, one to one, in the group, in the tribe, in the village, sharing the love, sharing the generosity and the appreciation. So each of those souls, those loving souls and hearts, sent out a call. Do you remember sending out that call? was a response. Divine ish and magnetism that began to draw these open hearts together. And once they got together, they wanted things to do together. Down came the songs and the chants and the mantras and the wazaif. Ishkalama budela, 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 ishkalama budela. This was a community of remembrance, remembering the divine, celebrating the divine, awakening the divine. It was a community of physicians of the heart. So the community that resided in the mountains where there were flat irons and beautiful sunsets, dry, high, beautiful, clear sun. They sent out a call for a guide. Oh, beloved peer, they said, come teach us about the physicians of the heart. And so that's what he did. And so they said, Ya Murshid, Ya Murshid, Ya Murshid, Ya Murshid. And it grew, Ya Murshid, Ya Murshid, Ya Murshid, Ya Murshid. And they all went to God together. And you know how they did that? Toward the one, 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 toward the one. The perfection of love, the perfection of love, the perfection of love. Harmony and beauty, harmony and beauty, love and harmony and love and beauty. The only being united with all the illuminated soul who formed Bismillah, 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 Bismillah. Their beloved peer taught them of the wazaif. Wazaif of forgiveness. Remember what those are? Let's recite those together. Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghaffur, Ya Tawwab, Ya Ghafur, Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghafur, Ya Tawwab, Ya Ghafur, Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghafur, Ya Tawwab, Ya Ghafur. So the moment in time came when the peer would venture back to his homeland, but the community kept those phrases going on in the breath. Here we go. Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghafur, Ya Tawwab, Ya Ghafur, Ya Ghaffar, Ya Ghafur, Ya Tawwab, Ya Ghafur. Each in turn came, bringing their brilliance, their wound, their love, taking responsibility for integration, becoming more whole. And as each of them became more whole, the circle grew. And it grew because there was this divine ish that was drawing magnetism of the heart. And it was a healing circle. So each in their own way recited, Ya Shafi, Ya Ghafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Ghafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Ghafi, in their own way, in their own word. Ya Shafi, Ya Ghafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya And they faced real issues in life. Birth, old age, sickness and death, wellness and sickness. And so what did they do? They prayed together for one another. And in this particular moment, their beloved peer had a condition, and they all agreed to pray in a good way out of their love, seeing him whole and complete. and issuing the call to come back again, and they prayed for their peer. Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi, Ya Shafi. They continued to pray, seeing the surgeons, and everyone assigned to help, healing in perfect ways, knowing that all healing is of the divine. Fast forward, in another not too distant future, the circle convened again with the help of the mother, with the great mother, and their peer returned to teach more physicians of the heart because the circle had more